Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic Arena draft where we are into the new Lorwyn Eclipsed set. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content I'm currently making. And with that over and done with, let's head on into our pack one pick one. Again, still learning as this is literally my second draft of the format, where we had a goblins deck which didn't do too bad, and when I mean too bad, not at all. So hopefully we can do a little bit better. So let's have a look at our rare, and it is a Champion of the Shoal, Merfolk Soldier, additional cost, behold and exile, and when a creature enters or becomes tapped, tap on target creature, put a stun on it. So it's pretty good. Doesn't have to be, I guess you need a Merfolk to behold, as you can't cast as an additional cost, you have to have Merfolks, and then whenever this creature leaves, you return it. So if I'm going to be with the Champion of the Shoal, definitely need to be in the Merfolk deck, and didn't have enough time to really have a look at anything else. So let's just move on. There's a Merfolk there, which is, I guess, probably going to be the second pick. So Merfolk's in the blue-white colour pairing this time, instead of the blue-green +1/+1 characters from Ixalan way back. What else have we got? Wondervine Farewell, which I think is probably fine. You get to convoke and bounce stuff, because I guess the Merfolk's, the kind of taps matters as type of archetype, so having the convoke is a way to trigger their tap abilities. And what else is in the pack that I can maybe look at? I guess Tend the Sprigs, that's another one. I wasn't too sure if what the fixing was like in the set. So there's obviously this green ramp as well. But yeah, I need to stick with the blue-white colours, I think, for the Merfolk. What have we got there? Architect's Defense. This is what beat me last draft with the hexproof abilities. That might be a nice kind of combat trick. There's also another Merfolk there, and the white one, which might actually be better than the Sneakling, as again it's got a taps matters ability put onto it. I don't think the Rhyme Speaker is what I'm looking at, as that's more of the elemental vivid type stuff, though I think vivid's more into the green. I guess elementals is more red blue from what I recall, or maybe it's like 3 colors. So let's just take the Wonderbrine Preacher as a cheap 2-drop Merfolk. Any more Merfolks here? Merfolk Citizen, whenever this becomes tapped, draw a card. That seems a pretty good one for the Merfolk deck, being able to just loot away stuff, and hopefully we can get a tap card. I know there's a Merfolk Tapper that taps an opponent's creature, but as an additional cost you tap one of your creatures. So maybe we can try and find that one. So yeah, we can take the Silver Girl Peddler for 3 drops. We've got a couple of 2 drops and a 3 drop. I think, yeah, this is also the Lord. So for some reason I thought there was a Lord in the Merfolk. Steam Vents. Blue. I don't know if there's any red that I would want to splash for, but then, so enchanted creature has flying and blight 2 to return it to your graveyard. I don't think we're going to be blighting. 4 mana Merfolk. That's some funky, look at his eyes. Big old It Clown smile going on there. Strange Merfolk Wizard. Whenever it becomes tapped, target creature gets -3. I guess that's probably an okay one. Probably better than just taking a Steam Vents. Again, I'm not too sure if there's any value red that I'd want to have in the Merfolks. Dawnhand Dissident. I did see someone playing this as well. It's a very, very good card in the Blight mechanic decks. Runaway Together might be an okay interaction one. Probably better than the Oof, than the Glisterbairn. Though it's +X is very good. Gives +2/+2 to something, but I think I want to take the Runaway Together, the more interactive card, over the Glisterbairn. An Aura. 5 mana Convoke, enters, draw a card, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and flying. It's probably what I'm looking at. When this enters, whenever you cast a spell of mana 4, draw and discard. Or discard and then draw. Puka's Eye, what is this? When this artifact enters, draw a card, then choose a colour, becomes a colour, draw a card only if there are 5 or more permanents of the chosen colour. I guess I'll just take the Convoke enchantment. Merfolk Warrior, 3 mana flying, it becomes tapped, and the Merfolk gets +2 until end of turn is probably fine as well. Not too many of the white Merfolk coming around, but Merfolk nonetheless probably better than an Evolving Wilds. Nothing else here, don't think I want. I guess this is technically a Merfolk with flash. I'm not too sure what else. I think there's a counter in the set, though that thing that's kind of more of a blight counter, but I think there's an additional cost like 1 or blight ones that maybe might be an okay one. With regards reflexes, +2 gains first strike, untap it. It's probably an okay combat trick, though 2 mana, rather be 1 mana. Okay, there's a Convoke 1. 1 or 2 creatures each get +2/+1. A little bit awkward, I suppose, with Convoke and being an aggressive combat trick, but I suppose it's something that can be used defensively. With the Convoke Twilight Diviner, when it enters, surveil 2. When one or more other creatures you control enters, if they entered and were cast from a graveyard, create a token. Okay, it's probably obviously for the I guess elf kind of type stuff. What is this? Changeling. During your turn it has first strike. Dawn Blessed Pennant. Enters, choose elf blah blah blah, choose one of the creature types, and whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type you gain life, you can sacrifice to return target creature of the chosen type to your graveyard to your hand. Seems okay. Rogue Elemental. No Merfolk in here. I don't think I want one of these Lofty Dreams, so maybe I take the Pennant in case I need it to get something back from the graveyard. Elemental Wizard. Raiding Schemes. Non-creature spell has Conspire. Blossom Vine is probably a nice kind of removal, pseudo removal thing for what I'm looking for. What is happening to all of my Merfolk? Owner of target nonce. That's probably another one that might wheel. It's green. It's like a bad Rex Sage, or less aggressive Rex Sage. There is that possibly, but I don't think so. Yeah, that pack is not great for me. What have we got now? Any more Merfolks incoming? Not really. It's Goblin Squelcher. Can't be counted. Ward pay 2, other spells can't be counted. And other creatures I control. Wow, that's a pretty good Goblin card. Should have had that in my other deck. Chaos Spewer in not the colours. Wow. There's a lot of black coming around, but I think I'm too far deep into Merfolk to, like, maybe I could take a Seer, but I guess I'll just take another one of those mischievous things. Temple Garden. Okay, personify, exile target creature you control, return it. There's only control. Create a 1/1. Or Temple Garden, I guess personify over Temple Garden. Because I don't think I'm going to be into green because I'm more blue than white. Yeah, but where am I? Where are all the Merfolk? Enters, choose one of the creature types, and you can add 1 mana, spend. Oh, it's a bit like others from like Ixalan. I had a similar one from Ixalan though, so you could name anything from the Ixalan one. And this is, you have to choose from the list. But let's take. Oh, there's The Mero Sky Skimmer. Oh, that's a pretty good one actually, if I remember, because that's flying and you get more. And it becomes tap, draw a card, discard a card. I think, oh, well, maybe because, yeah, I wish was thinking of taking the 5 mana one actually instead. Kind of wish I'd taken that one now. Maybe it wheels. Like I'm getting, that's the second Merfolk that's come from this way, so maybe I'm going to get more Merfolks this way instead of pack 1. Unexpected assistance is probably a nice one to take now with Convoke. Even this Chitinous Graspling might be an okay one to come around. Again, Eclipse Realms that I will suppose take. But I think I need to take the draw at this point. Merfolk Scout is a good one. Who'd have thought that there'd be flying Merfolks? I guess it's like kind of the flying fish variation of the Merfolk. Do I want this basic land cycling? Enter target creature gains flying or basic land cycling? It's probably better than the first strike maybe. Okay, Evolving Wilds, that's fine. I can take that's an okay pickup for I pick 9. So actually the 5-drop Merfolk's not going to come back around then, isn't it? Because we would have not enough cards in that pack to get it. So yeah, really disappointed that I didn't take that other Merfolk over this Peddler. And don't think I'm replaying that. Okay, yeah, so wouldn't have got that anyway. So what have we got now? A Slumbering Walker. Enters with 2 -1 counters, so it's a 5 mana 2/5. And at the beginning of your end step, you can remove a counter, and then when you do, return target creature card of power 2 or less. Not a Merfolk, but definitely works with my low-powered creatures. What else have we got? Another Peddler, though I don't really want that. Now there's the counter. You can blight 2 or pay 1, so it's just like either a counter, cancel or a counter if you blight, but rare seems pretty good here, so let's take the 5-drop now. What is this? Additional cost, you can blight, choose 1, or if you did blight, choose both. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with mana value 4 greater. I don't have really any removal, so it's probably fine. Did I take the runaway together? I did, so I've got a sort of interactive card, but I guess having this as being modular is probably a bit better maybe than the passivism. The passivism probably could wheel, but there wasn't much white going around the first pack, so let's just take that one. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of as well. That seems to be pretty good if I'm going heavy Merfolk, which is only 9 actually. 9, actually there's a 10, 11, because again it doesn't count the changelings. So I wonder if actually harmonizing is better than unexpected assistance. So maybe if I move the assistance to the sideboard, take the crescendo, Equitect's defense might wheel, but let's take the crescendo here, another runaway together. I think actually I'm tempted to take this first striker now again to try and get some more Merfolk synergy happening. So creature takes 13s, which is fine. It's the second runaway together, which again might possibly wheel, so I might just take cheap creature. Mirror Mind Crown. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens. Oh, okay. Not great, I would say. Guess I can take the counter now over these Kithkin soldiers. wonder what this is for. I guess there's a little bit of token generation in this set with some Merfolks, but I guess I'll take the counter spell. Thirst for Identity or another Merfolk. Or even Evolving Wilds might be something. Draw 3, discard 2 unless you discard a creature card. I think I'm going to stick with the Merfolk creatures over the Thirst for Identity. Though I'm happy to admit that's probably wrong. Okay, now I've got some protection. Aura, I did see that one from pack 1 ages ago. Actually, the Changeling, is that better than the first Striker? Maybe not. So, is this a 15 land deck? And reflexes might be okay over the Wild Unraveling. I probably don't want 2 of them. Elemental. Don't think I want another one of them. I might actually not want this one. Another Aqueducts. Aquetex even, not Aqueduct. And run away together. Okay, so we didn't get... Wasn't there a card I was wanting to maybe wheel? Which I can't remember what it was though. So maybe it wasn't important. Not the best Merfolk deck. Yeah, still regretting the pick when the Silver Guild Peddler instead of the Convoke 5 mana. So this... Because my big creatures have got Convoke, like 1, 2, I guess it's only those 2 which are big. I might not need to go 17 lands because I'm hoping I could cast these pretty cheap. Not too sure about this one, but again it does help with tapping. Don't think I really want the Unraveling because of the Blight, because it's only really ever going to be... I'm only ever going to use it as a cancel, I think. Again, the Blight doesn't have any synergy in my deck. Let's split up the creatures. Yeah, I've got a lot of non-creature stuff, so I think I need to trim some of these. Maybe I don't need 2 runaways. Sonify is probably quite nice for protecting something. And that's removal-ish. That's removal. So actually maybe the Lofty Dreams is not really too expensive for what I want to do. Like 5 mana that gives something +2/+2. Don't think so. There's 16 lands and basic land cycling, unless I get rid of that and look at adding another cheap creature. No, I don't think so. So creature count is 15 with, so it says 10 Merfolk, but again I've got 3 changelings as well. Unexpected assistance is, I guess, fine. Like an instant 5 mana draw 3 isn't even that bad, honestly. It can sometimes even be better than the crescendo. Though I suppose Yes, I just kind of think sometimes you might not have a board presence there, which is the only time it's going to be really bad, where the assistance is probably better, but I think it's probably still worth running over the unexpected assistance just because it can have better upside. But so I suppose what you need is at least 4 creatures for it to be worth it. But I think, again, I still run it, so let's go with 16 lands as well, because the curve I think is pretty low, and I've got a land cycler as well, so that's adding the Evolving Wilds, and then take out, I guess, just a white, take out planes, and do it like that. Like, I guess maybe the Dawn Blessed Pennant might not be that great. Return target card of the chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. So it could get back. Yeah, get back anything. I guess it's a good way to just get some recursion, which isn't in the black. So anyway, let's head on to our first game with our blue-white Merfolk deck. Welcome back. We are into our first game with our blue-white Merfolks. And not the best hand. Again, the runaway doesn't do anything here. Only 2 lands. Suppose I can bind something on turn 2, but honestly I think I'd rather just mulligan and try and get a better hand being on the draw. Okay, this seems better. And honestly, I think I might just get rid of a land, as I've got quite a lot of 2-drops. Get rid of the Evolving Wilds, I suppose. So yeah, let's keep there. Well, I'm glad I put the land to the bottom, so we can duelist maybe. Personify is more of the protection spell. This one taps. Tempted to, but let's just get out our duelist first before I blossom bind anything. I think I'm like binding the glutton is probably a good one to do to stop it from rummaging, but let's do the grub instead, I think. Yeah, let's do this because they might want to do that first and then I can. Okay, so they're gonna maybe block or chump or something. Okay, so they didn't rummage. So they like their hand too much. Yep, that would be a good one. 6/4. This is mana value 3. That's, yep, okay. So 1, 2. This doesn't have convoke. Can I take 6? Suppose I just get this down first. Oh, I need to beholden. I can personify next turn. Or hold up personify for the champion. Become tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. So I guess I can stun that one for the time being. So when you behold, it goes back to hand, doesn't it? Yeah. It's a bit of a shame I didn't have one in hand to begin with. Okay. Remove a counter from this creature, another target creature gets +1 goes flying. Where are all my creatures? My cheap 2-drops. Guess I still attack. This is instant, it's instant. Is there double blocking by the looks of things? No. Sure. Discard, auntie, sure. I'm assuming they're not jumping. No. And then you remove a counter, another target creature gets +1 flying, activate only as a sorcery. Think I want to hold on to Personify just in case they've got something. Oh, nice. That's, yeah. Glad I held on to my Personify. Now I can put a stun counter on that. I think I might need... It's a bit awkward, but I think, yeah. I'd like to harmonise Crescendo, but I think I still need to start attacking. And trying to stop them from blocking anything. Sorry, stop them from attacking, because their creatures are pretty big versus mine. So if only I'd had one more land or creature at this point, the harmonizing Crescendo would have been pretty good. So they've transformed, meaning... Okay, so maybe that's the one I need to kill now. Okay, there's a land. Destroy target creature. I don't want to blight. Destroy target creature. Kill this. Yep. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll take 7 down to 4. Pay 1, but then they don't. Yeah, I was gonna say, not too sure why they did that. Because it's only goblins that can get back. So I think they misunderstood the grub flip. Yeah, not too sure what was going on there. The blossom bind on the grub maybe saved me some damage, but overall I probably should have held on to it for one of the other larger creatures, but thankfully drawing the Champions of Shoal was pretty game changing there. Would have been nice to have had at least another Merfolk drawn that I could get, but getting stuck with a bit of an awkward hand. But anyway, we've got at least one game under the belt, so let's go on to the next. Okay, welcome back to our second game. Let's see what we are up against. So opponent goes first, and 2 drop, 3 drop. Like, nice curve, though the creatures aren't amazing. Another red deck, okay. So more goblins probably. Red, blue, okay, yeah. More goblins, so it seems like goblins are quite popular from what I have played with, or played up against so far. And we come to tap another Merfolk, sure. Oh yes, I have seen this one before as well. River Canton and entire creature can't be blocked, yeah. Okay, my own champion again. So maybe I want to get my champion down, possibly. And then get rid of something from my hand, behold something from my hand. Instead, I discard Kith Keeper Elemental. So they're kind of... Oh, so white, they're missing white. This is only sorcery, is it? Yeah. Something tells me, I wonder if they've got that that giant as well that I played up against in the previous game, the 4-mana 4/4 giant. Okay, so that can't block. Is that right? Can't block. Yeah. Sure. Well, I guess I can attack with Feisty first. Though I might want to still behold something from my hand because of convoke cards that I do have in the deck. So let's champion, and I guess I'll do this one. I guess the 4-drop flyer is probably better to cast the next turn. Let's put a stun counter on there. Though, what am I looking for now? I guess the personify and the blue enchantment hexproof thing. The top 4. Oh yeah, these things, they're quite nice. Oh wow, you missed. So there wasn't even an elemental or land. Unless it was so quick that he accidentally clicked on pick nothing, and that's why he scooped up. That's a bit unfortunate. Still, even if I was that hasty and I misclicked, I'm not sure I would have bothered to scoop, but I guess that kind of puts you off mentally when you kind of accidentally do something like that. So anyway, let's head on into our third game. Okay, welcome back to our third game of Lorwyn Eclipsed in our Merfolk deck. Hopefully we can draw better than what we have. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a combat trick and nothing, so that's clearly mulligan. Nothing happening until turn 4. Well, yeah, even beyond that. So let's mulligan. Okay. I guess I will keep and get rid of a planes, I suppose. Still nothing really great until turn 3, so hopefully we can get something. And pick Merfolk. Give the game away instantly. 2-drop would be good here. Not a 2-drop. We're playing against That's also Merfolk, sure. My 2/3 blocks, they're 2/2 at least. And if they attack, I think I'm just gonna take it. At this point, another Merfolk. Okay, it's quite strange. Okay, they would have to double block. Draw then discard. So, okay, now I'm happy to, whenever this creature becomes tapped, another. Yeah, if they want to double block, I'm happy with that. Run away together. Them being in black, I kind of feel like I want to hold on to the Personify. I guess I just get rid of my other Silver Girl because I can get it back later on. Sure. To your hand, so maybe I can just get it back with the Blessed Pennant, but that's fine. This gains 2 life. Suppose I can personify this and block, though I guess it kind of... Yeah. 4, they gain 2. That makes a 1/1. Sure, I guess I'm just taking it. I guess I can get it back and just loot it away if need be. That's a little bit awkward. Really needed a land there, I think. For the walker. Strange colours for them to be in. I'm not sure what they're doing quite at the moment. Maybe there isn't a specific white-black creature archetype. There's just a bit of kind of crossover. I wonder if they've got some black removal they're trying to get me with. Liminal Hold. What does this do? Whenever it exile up to 1 target non-land permanent, when it leaves, gain 2 life, sure. Yep, I think I still take it. Land? Not a land. Well, I need to get the flyer down to stop the attacks from the Tributary Volta. Okay, there we go, there's a land. I'm happy to block with a Silver Gill if they want to use a combat trick on it, I think. But this land was needed probably a few 2 turns. What the heck is this? As enters, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type get +2 and have first strike, trample. And then whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, draw a card. Jesus. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Yeah, I think if I'd drawn a land earlier. So if I block, take 3, 6, 11. Yeah, I'm not winning this. Yeah, stumbling on land there, I think, is probably what done it for me, unfortunately. And I think I had 4 lands in hand, put 1 to the bottom. So yeah, I'm putting a land to the bottom every single turn anyway. So it's just a bit unfortunate that from how I drew, I didn't quite get it. So let's go on to the next game. Right, let's head on into our fourth game and hopefully we actually draw some lands. Like my 2-drops, I've got quite a lot of 2-drops and I just don't seem to be drawing them. I don't think this is a mulligan, so I think I keep being on the draw. Like I'm sure I've got at least 6 2-drop creatures or something. Well, there's one of them. I probably want to get maybe blue over white, because I think I've got more blue cards than I do white. A 2/2 lifelink mills, sure. Okay, obviously this is going to reduce the amount of reduce my chances of drawing a land, but hopefully not by too much. Okay, there we go. So let's get my 2/1 down, and then I guess I want to get the 3-drop flyer probably down before the peddler, maybe. So then I can start attacking with the first strike, because then that becomes a 4/1 first strike at least. Sure, I will take your 2. And you can gain it. Okay, so maybe there's some 1 mana removal. Not too sure. There is a requiting, what does that say? Requiting Hex. As an additional cost, you may blight target with creature mana 2, or you gain 2 from shore. Okay, so it's the counter is double blue regardless, isn't it? I think. Maybe I want to keep up my champion for the time being. So let's get this out first to see what they do based on what I want to survey. Okay, so they're just gonna let that happen. That's probably fine to keep on top again, as my removal isn't like great. I've got some removal but not the best, so keep that. And we've got a Thirst for Identity, so probably should have taken that actually in my draft instead. So what do they discard? Wonder Wine Distractor, sure. Okay, so they're a mixture of elves and merfolk and elementals, so it's like a hodgepodge of stuff by the looks of things. Okay, well, let's go merfolking. Sure, can't do anything about that unfortunately. Better them to have the removal on that. And get my peddler, and now I guess I can hold up Mischievous Sneakling at maybe end step to flash out if need be. Okay, so they got their 5th land. This doesn't have flash, no. Need to get my Personify out to protect. Wow, they are all the removal by the looks of things. All the removal. Okay, well, let's attack first and loot, rummage away maybe this plains. Was it looting? It's looting. Wow, okay, well, good one to get rid of. Oh, have they got that thing that gives Death Touch? Oh no, what does this one do? Oh, sure. Oh, that Glamour Gifter is going to get me every single time I reckon I play. I don't know if there's discard in the set, so I'm just going to play it out. Wow. Not like this. Okay, so they're more fairies by the looks of things. This has hexproof as long as it's untapped, sure. Destroy target with mana value 3 or greater. Sure. Yes, it looks like I might be having to be on the defense now. Why did they not attack? Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that. Light is not something. What is going on? Okay, so I don't blight, and then feel like this selection thing could be a bit more streamlined. Destroy target with mana value 3 or greater. There we go. Okay, so they're just jumping. That's a bit sus. I don't think I'm gonna play out my peddler. Like, why would you just do that? Again, I don't think I'm gonna play out my peddler. Maybe they're missing a colour? Okay, sure. You could technically answer, yeah, they could untap and then do that, yeah. Yep. Actually, if they attack, if they attack, I can win. Well, sure. Okay, now I will play my peddler. Start getting rid of these lands. Harmonizing Crescendo, not great. Again, that's what I was worried about playing over the other one last time. But okay. Dawn Blessed Penance, fine. That's also fine. I guess they're going to give it themselves as a 4/4. Oh, it's an other, so yeah. Doesn't target itself. Sure. Merfolk and pass the turn. So I can get back something from the graveyard or harmonizing crescendo. So bit of a strange chump there, maybe a bit too early possibly than what I would have done. But I guess ultimately they didn't really draw anything relevant, so was able to get the last few points of damage in there with the champion. The champion is very good, I have to say. Just a shame I don't really have too much ways to protect. I guess there's a runaway together. I have one Architect's Defense in the board. Like maybe actually this River Guard's Reflexes isn't that great, and instead maybe I want some more kind of interaction with the runaway together. But I think it's okay for what I've got. Like, again, maybe the Unexpected Assistance is better than the harmonized crescendo. But I think I'm just going to leave it as is. How many? 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 2-drop creatures. I don't think I really want another one of those mischievous sneaklings. Anyway, let's just run it back instead of fiddling around. So let's head on into the next game. Okay, I am first, and I think I keep and just hope I draw a white source. Maybe I can get the... I never noticed nothing until turn 3. I think it's worth keeping. Like maybe I can get rid of this appeal. And try and find a white source. But yeah, ideally white source off the top, please. Would be great. Or I guess Evolving Wilds at a stretch. Oh, that is not what I was wanting. That's pretty bad. Enters with 2 and you can remove it. Target creature gains indestructible and uses sorcery, so you can make it a 3/3. Looks like that's what they're doing. And it's going to be on defense. Well, let us do this instead then, because I need to find something. There we go. Okay. I think I still discard the Peddler. Okay, and I've got a Personify Protection at least. There you go, Wonder Brine Trap, that's what I wanted. Ooh, okay. I guess I do get to see what I'm going to draw first, so... I guess I have to keep the land now. And again, I think I keep maybe the Urdu as it's got Convoke. So I'm going to get rid of that and get my white source. What is this? A Gloom Reaper. When this creature enters, target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, and up to 1 target creature gets bonus controls -X, where X is the number of elves plus the number of elves in your graveyard, which is 1. So this is just going to get low, and that's going to get big. Is that right? Doesn't fight or anything, so sure. I guess I can personify and block with the 1/1, or just convoke. And let's just do this, and I think I'm going to loot. And I can probably bin that as well. And remove, and I guess I'll get back my 2-3. And then maybe next turn can get back the other one and start kind of, well, they've got 2 of them. There goes, well, I guess I'm getting back that one. Yep. And I will take 6, that's fine. Okay. Guess I hold on to that. And stay back, I would say, yeah. Get back my Lord. Then I've got Personify. Yep. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can give that indestructible. Seems fine. Draw and discard. Draw and I guess I discard this one because I can, if I personify the walker, or I need to personify, I can get that back as well. So let's name Merfolk. Run away together. Tempted to land cycle that, but because I want to hold up 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess I just start getting some flyers down, because again I want to hold up Personify, I think, for the rest of the game at this point. Be a 3-1, so that's probably not good enough to keep. And don't think I want to trade away my walker for one of their glooms, so let's just do this. So I've got a couple of awkward creatures now to deal with. Yep. So that would not get back because it's a 3 power, so I can't get it back with the walker. And that is a can't attack or block and exile it, so I probably actually want to do this now because then I can't exile it straight afterwards. Yep. I don't even think I need to do anything at this point. And I guess I'll get back my life gainer maybe. No, it looks like they're looking at their graveyards. They might have the 2 mana. I think there is a reanimate spell. I'm not too sure if it's that was the one. Is it the one? No, choose a creature type and return all creature cards of the chosen type. So how many is there? So just elf. So there's only 2 creatures. Sure. Three. That is fine. Actually, can I? It's up to one target independent on where the number of levels you control. So actually, I can bounce one of their things to, but I can just get it back actually, so I'm fine. Maybe I can start getting some flyers on again, online again. Surveil, yeah, definitely don't want that. So then 8 damage in the air next turn is probably going to be good enough, hopefully. Again, I'll play the land, might as well. And they've drawn a liminal hold, sure. I guess I'd have to go after one of the flyers, yep. So I can't quite do it, so let me think. So if I bounce, so if they attack with everything. So kit this, then they got block, then it'd be 4, 5, so yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Sure. It's like kind of desperation, maybe. Yeah, and obviously they looked at the card and they couldn't deal with it. Right, doing better than the goblins at least, which is a good thing. Missing a little bit of the Merfolk cards to make it fully be amazing, but still pretty good nonetheless. So 4 wins with 1 loss. I'm not going to complain, so let's head on into the next. Okay, let's see how we can do in the next round. And I am first with a 2-drop, combat trick and some removal. Yeah, this hand's not great, but I don't think I want to mulligan. Obviously would like some more creatures, but this hand just feels susceptible to flooding out. So let's just hope that we draw well. So I guess just looking for some more Merfolk creatures to do something on the early game as the single. Yeah, see, that was my worry, is just drawing more lands. Also a 2/2 first strike lifelink. When it attacks, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. I guess I can just bind that one. That one's pretty good. Yeah, so hopefully it can just sit there and not do anything. Prodigy, yep. So there looks like some kind of elemental vivid deck by the looks of things. And was it another 2 lands I've just drawn there? I mean, they've got another one. Nope. It's a 1/2. Oh dear, come on deck. Not like this. Looks like Screw versus Flood by the looks of things. So I guess I'll just get another white. This one. This enters, create a 2/1/1s, and you can pay 5. That's a pretty good one. And they're just gonna stay back, sure. Don't really want to do anything, but I guess I can run away at end step, one of their tokens, I suppose. That's a pretty good one, yep. So target a creature I control, and I guess Merfolk one I suppose is fine. Feisty Spikeling. I don't think I need to hold on to any lands. I don't have any rummagers or looters from what I recall. But they've recovered pretty well, though it looks like they've kind of pretty low to the ground. Looks of things. 2 damage to each creature of my opponents, okay. Well, I guess I'll keep a hold of my mischievous sneakling. Though I am now out of gas. But doesn't look like I'm going to be winning this one from how things are going. Because I need that draw spell, but again it would only draw 2. See, this is where the other draws, the 5-mana draw spell was probably better because you're going to get 3 cards regardless. So maybe the rare draw one I've got is probably not great, but they've had, well, like I say, my draws have been pretty bad considering. They got more removal. Okay, they've got to run away together. Yep. That was a pretty good one for them. I don't think I've got anything else either now. Wow. They've drawn so well. Gosh, yeah. It's crazy. Yep. Oh. I think I need to discard that. Yeah. So what have they got? That wasn't too bad, but their board presence is... So was a 4. Oh yeah, that's going to do, isn't it? So I play that, that's 4. And I got 2 blockers, block. So I'm just dead anyway. So yeah, can't beat it. Yeah. Maybe I should have mulliganed, but it kind of felt like I really didn't want to. But yeah, I think I just drew too many lands at the start and didn't really draw any kind of board presence, any relevant board presence to kind of draw out of it. So this is where I'm thinking actually the harmonized crescendo is actually probably not as good as unexpected assistance, which is, I guess, strange to say, like, because I don't have a really big go wide strategy like some of the Merfolk decks can. I think actually the unexpected assistance is just going to be so much better than the harmonized crescendo here. So I think I'm just going to give that a go instead. And I think I still keep the Dawn Blessed Pennant. I'm kind of tempted to actually just have another mischievous sneakling and do it like that. So hopefully this isn't the last game we've got with the deck. We've got at least maybe 1 win would be quite nice, but let's see how we can do and not flood out like we did in the last game. So let's see how the deck does. Okay, so I'm first again with a 2/3 drop and a bit better curve, so hopefully we can maybe loot away or draw into something. The Pyrrhic or Pyrrhic Strike might hit something, but we shall see. Maybe that would be the card we can loot away. Opponent's having a hard think. So what's people's opinions on the animation for the board? It's quite a nice way to show who's ahead of one or the other, better than some of the other kind of distracting boards that we've had in the past. Quite a nice light dark yin yang kind of feel to it. I wonder why they went for left and right instead of like up and down as well. What you up to, opponent? You're gonna start your timer soon if you don't pick. Unless they have unfortunately disconnected, as there's no kind of hover indicators, which is another thing I would actually love for them to remove, is that highlight hovering. As it's kind of, I feel like it's something that should be kind of kept private from the player that you're up against. If you're kind of like thinking of casting a card, or you're highlighting of a removal, or if you just kind of get like the people that just kind of highlight their cards constantly. So I think that highlight thing should be removed. So yeah, not sure what everyone else kind of thinks of that as well. Well, looks like it's going to be an auto keep from the opponent, and whether it will then pass to me. So let's see now if the opponent comes back, or if it will unfortunately be a auto default win or concede, what you want to call it, auto concede. So maybe what I'll do is I shall pause the video, and then if the opponent comes back, then I will unpause. So see you in a minute if the opponent returns. Well, looks like the opponent was away, and not quite the win I was looking for. Though I suppose I shouldn't complain, as that's now my entry fee back. But again, would have preferred to have won a different way. But anyway, still got some more wins, so more games to play with the deck. So let's see how we can do in the next one. Okay, here we are into our next match, and hopefully no AFKs, and see what's going on. So I am on the draw, and as much as I would like to keep, if I had maybe a blue source, I would definitely keep, but I think this is probably a bit too risky, I would say, because the runaway, again, I can't cast if I don't have anything on my board, so I think I'd just rather mulligan that. Okay, here we go, this is better. And I'd probably actually get rid of the Aquatex defenses and keep the assistance here. So maybe I can convoke that out a bit earlier with these early creature plays. Let's see what we are playing against. Guess we would want either some more cheap creatures, maybe a couple lands will do, but anything cheap, I would say, is what we're after here. Okay, green, blacks, that's elves, blight stuff maybe. He's my champion. Lovely. So hopefully that can stick around. Nothing. Okay, so 3 mana, nothing from the opponent. Foraging Wickermore. Okay, so they're also blue, so Sultai and Wisp. What's this? So you can become actually once a turn, and it says remove a counter from this creature, and whenever a creature you control deals damage. Sure. So I probably want to loot away a land, shall we say? Kind of tempted to actually attack with both just to get the nuisance off. And I think I will trade away the nuisance for my sneakling. See what they want it to do. They might just block and then bounce off with the Wickermore. Or they... that's fine, yeah. I guess it was either that or the other one, but still taking 2 regardless. And I'm tempted. Yeah, I think I probably still play out the shoal even though I don't have any defense, and I guess that's blue. Tap that down, maybe. I'm tempted to tap this down because that's going to spend all of their mana if they want to like basically draw a card. So I think I'll tap the Wickermore so at least I kind of can get in for some extra points of damage. Hovering, so maybe that does mean they've got some removal for it, or they just don't know what it does. But if I can untap with this Personify, then hopefully this champion should basically be around. In case they don't activate. So they've obviously got something else they want for 4 mana. Unless they misunderstood that you thought it was going to draw a card, but... no, don't. Leave the champion alone. Leave it alone. Nuggled, okay, sure. So annoyingly, I think if I personify, then I will lose this, I believe, even though it's underneath it. So let's attack and loot away some of these lands. Oh, they got something else for 2 mana, so it's holding priority. I know there's some tap blue, but I thought that was 3. I guess there's runaway together as well, which they could also filter with the Wickermore. Okay, I don't want this evolving wild, so get rid of that. Sure. It looks like they're going to activate it now. Yep. Just a 2/2 flyer. Get to draw. And okay, so they've not played a land, but I think I want to do this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to draw. And discard another land. Ooh, this is a lot of lands at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, okay. Well, I'm going to attack because these lands are not great. Again, holding priority for something. Sure, I can get rid of an island, I suppose, at this point. Honestly, I'm really tempted to do that because of if they're missing blue. I think I might. No, maybe not. Maybe next turn I will do it. Okay, so play my preacher. Like, I was really tempted, but I think I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. It kind of feels like maybe I need it for a bit more relevant time, because this isn't going to start drawing any more cards as it's not had any counters removed from it. Was it removed here? You have to remove a counter. Sure. Whenever you cast play live, draw a card. Sure. Yep. Okay, so they've used the Wickamore this turn, so and I will tap down this. Yep. Oh gosh, it's a bit crazy. It's going to give +2/+1, so attack with all. Okay, so they've got something. I guess they've not used the Wickamore this turn, so I guess they technically do have all of their colours. As the activation is it once a turn, yeah. Oh dear, looks like they've got something. Though again, I don't really know too much of the instant speed black removal. Like, I'm tempted to not actually put the stun count on the Wickamore so that they block here. Do it like this, because I have a feeling they'll block the 1/1. Okay, that's some nice removal. Can block down maybe something a bit bigger, or maybe on a turn where I try and swing in for lethal. Yep. So what I'm going to do there, and I think I'm just going to do the 2/2, because it's less likely they're going to kill that. So I feel like the Peddler and the Champion are probably the ones that they would want to kill before these two. Then they might be like, have a handful of blue that they just need to keep the Wickamore alive, maybe. So they're like, oh, I need to kill the 1/1 so the Wickamore doesn't die. Okay, they've got Runaway together, sure. And 2/6. Well, let's play the Preacher back and hold on to the land again. So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So should be 4 lands left in 20. Gosh. And a cavalry. Well, that's a good one to to bind. So bind. Deep Channel Duelist. And swing in. So yeah, this This champion is very, very good. I guess it can fit in other decks, but there's just no way of being able to cast it because you have to behold, which obviously makes sense as it's probably a bit too powerful if it fits into any kind of other blue deck. But anyway, that's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, the opponent got stuck on mana there, but yes, that's just the way it is if you're trying to play with 3 colours. Well, that's 5, is it 6 wins now? I can't remember now. So 1 away, so final boss time. So win or lose, it's the end of the draft. So let's see how we can do. I'm on the draw with an okay hand, a bit slow. But I think I have to keep this. Again, these peddlers are pretty great getting rid of unwanted cards. Another black deck, so let's see what we're up against. 2 drops, so again I've got, what was it, 6 2-drops or something like that. Iron Shield Elf. Oh, that's a very good one. That was like the white vampire version. I think it was in Ixalan, where yeah, you could just hit in swing without any kind of worry about it dying. So need to find something pretty urgent for that. Though with the set, I'm tempted to just play this Spikeling to like force them to discard something, but I suppose I'll get the 2/3 down, at least then it can block the extractor. Again, maybe kind of get rid of stuff like this Spikeling not doing too much in the deck at this stage. I suppose the Iron Shield Elf is a little bit weak in this draft expansion because of the -1 counters, where Nixland before it was so hard to get rid of. Yep. Okay, well I suppose I should still use my mana efficiently, so let's surveil, and again maybe I can find something for the Shield Elf. Personify. Don't think I want actually at this point now. Again, I need to find something for this Shield Elf, because what has that done now? 6 damage so far to me. Looks like they've got more removal by the looks of things. Again, this extractor is pretty good as well, even if you have to swing in to find something. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be my game, unfortunately, here. Formidable Speaker, I don't know what this one does. Enters you may discard if you do search. Oh, okay, sure. The nice thing is that you can actually discard anything to get a creature, unlike the other elf card, which I can't remember, where you specifically have to discard a creature to get a creature. And then you can pay 1 to untap a permanent pummeler. And yep, okay, well, might have to hold up Aquatex defenses or the runaway together, I think, at this point. It doesn't give it hexproof, does it? It's just indestructible, yeah. So it's only going to be 2 less to cast. So 5 mana, which I do have. Well, I guess I will use this now. Which can then block all, I guess, apart from the speaker. Well, I guess I can block all of them, but depends if they want to swing it all out just to get in some damage. Okay. Land would have been quite nice there. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to keep up, maybe Runaway Together and Mischievous Sneakling instead. And then I can cast Unexpected Assistance. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold up the instant speed stuff at this point. And obviously I'm not attacking. But that's a lot of removal so far. Maybe they haven't got too much, but I need to find mine as well, like, because I've not drawn anything too crazy. Hopefully I've not, well, thankfully I've not flooded out like last time. They're not slamming down the pummeler, which is a little bit strange, I suppose. Play out this. I think I'll block then this with the shield, see if they want to discard. If not, then I can maybe bounce. Actually, I can just block it with the... block it like this. And like this. Sure. Yep. Anything else? Okay, so they're not doing anything else. I guess I'm just going to do this now, and I think I'm just going to discard the feisty spikeling. Oh, okay. Well, the land, the slumbering walker. I forgot I actually had that in the deck. Okay, so I can kill that with the pyrrhic strike. I probably want to do that now. Let me think. So I've paid this for 5. I think I kind of want to maybe hold up the appeal. So yeah, I'm just going to kill that now, I think. So I always get confused about this one. Pick that one and then destroy this one. The runaway is a little bit awkward, I suppose, but I just need one more turn. That's all I need, is just one more turn. Bristlebane Battler. Trample Ward 2 enters with 5, and whenever another creature you control enters, while this has a counter, remove it. Sure. I guess I still block there, take 2 in case they, if they've got pump I can bounce. Like, I'd rather force them to discard cards. Oh, they're not, so they're just trading. Okay. Sure. Yep. Okay. And get back. Yep, get back the other 2/3 again. This has Convoke, so I can do that as well. I need to start attacking. This Bristlebane Battler again. I need. I've got 2. Was it no 1 removal spell? I can't remember now. When it enters mill, oh, is that Is that going to do it? Down to 1, yep. I don't have any life gain, I don't think, either. Okay, well, I think I probably need to attack with both to try and find something. Okay, yep, get rid of land. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 4. Actually, maybe if I just discard that, I can maybe get it back at end step. It's better. No, it's probably still better just to get rid of a land, honestly, yeah. So that's 5. They're going to, okay, just doing that, that's fine. Yep. So I've got an untap as well on my other creatures, but if they've got another Dawnhand Eulogist, then I am probably just dead. But any kind of lifelink, I guess, in this deck would have been quite nice, but wasn't expecting to be down to 1 at this stage. Again, I get the champion is what I'm looking for. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a -1 counter on up to 1 creature. Sure. Yep. Doesn't have reach, so might have to hold up the runaway together. Do they swing out with everything? Actually, I'm probably just... Yeah, because I got 2 here, so that's fine. So they should swing out with everything. Yep. Do that, then untap this. Then first strike, I guess I want to kill this, block there, double block like that. Do it like that. Yep. Okay, now I'm probably going to run away because then that would be... Actually, yeah, let's run away this while we have our mana available. Whenever this becomes tapped, another Merfolk, sure. So we've got 4, so it's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can get them to 1. Is that right? Up 1 or 2 creatures each. Guess yeah, it'd be a 4, 7, 8, 9, 13. Oh, well. And doesn't do much. I think I get rid of... Probably still get rid of the Sneakling. Or do I get rid of... So that's 4, 7... So I can't do both, but I guess I get rid of the 2-drop, and Evolving Wall is just fine. And I think I want to play my flyer down. Gosh, this is very close. Again, if they've got another Dawnhand, then that's probably done it. I don't know if there's any others that can deal damage to lifelink, cruising mill 2. That doesn't do anything. Yep. And that will also do it, won't it? Tap. So they're going to gain 2, so they're actually on 7, aren't they? No, this becomes tapped. That's going to be 2. I think. I have to put a stun here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was trying to work out whether if I had enough damage. I guess they would block the 4, 7. And take. So what that? So block the 4, 4, 7. Get 2, go up to 7, and then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, that would have gone to 1. So what else could I have played? Another target Merfolk you control gets plus. Oh, this gets another. So yeah, maybe they block the one I would. So I'd have to pump this one to make them still block there. So then that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that would have gone to not quite enough there. So the champion of the shoal does it again with its very good tapping and stunning ability. Wow. So second draft of Lorwyn Eclipsed, and was able to trophy with the blue-white Merfolk deck. And the amazing card of Champions of the Shoal, which was what my only rare. No, I had the Slumbering Walker as well, also very good with the cheap Merfolk cards. Well, amazing kind of showcase, I suppose, of the Merfolks, and wasn't imagining I was going to actually do as well as it did. But anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.